Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the author, and you're tuned in to the Fast 15. As we normally do about this time of day, we take no more than about 15 minutes to pause, check up, check in, enjoy a note or two from any of the books or audio books, close out with a couple of announcements, and get you on your way. As you know, when life is lifing, sometimes you can't wait until the end of the day or the beginning of the next day for that time to pause and reset. So we hope that whenever you see this, whether when it just gives you a time just to get that hard reset that we all need, myself included. So before we get into today's topic, I'm going to go ahead and always start off with what I usually do. For those of you that are definitely dealing with something, and all of us are dealing with something, but for those of you who some things are a little bit deeper and they're moving a little bit too much, just sending a word of encouragement. Again, do what you need to pause and reboot and reset. Identify what those next steps are that are going to put you in a better space, but not leave too much carnage, for lack of a better term. So if you have access to professional help, go ahead and get it. If you have to just change your routine or, move a little bit differently, identify constructive ways where you're able to protect and preserve your peace and be the person that you are destined to be. On the flip side, we know there's folks that are doing really well. If that's you, take time to pause and celebrate, reflect. Look back at what you had to work through in order to get to where you are, and then keep going to what's next. Keep going and growing, basically. Don't forget those who are still going through stuff. But yeah, you should take a moment or two to pause and reflect, celebrate, and feed off of that positive energy. So for today, our unit's going to come from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon. It's an original collection of quotes with the logic and rationale, and then space for you to journal because you may agree, you may disagree, you may have to go in a deeper direction. But we understand what you put in your head, if you allow it residency, is going to show up in some way, shape, or form. So that's something that all of us need to be reminded of. And in today's landscape where we see, so many question marks and negatives and things along those lines. Here's something that I like referring to from time to time, and it's a reminder not only to me, but a reminder to yourselves. So this is the quote we're going to take from Quotes and Notes, and it reads as follows. Others may downgrade or degrade you. Don't you be one of those people. People may doubt you. Don't you be among them. That's pretty powerful because there's, to varying degrees, there's going to be folks that critique what you do, what you look like, what you sound like, what you wear, where you're looking, and things along those lines. And there's other instances where people will co-sign on stuff that they would not allow from you, but they allow it from other people. So you can kind of see different examples of that. Do what you can just to kind of pause, take inventory, and remind yourself of the skill set you have. Remind yourself of the talents you have. Remind yourself of the work ethic that you have or are working on. Remind yourself of the work product. Even when others, who are right there front row center don't see it, trust me, there are people that see it that are taking notes and they are getting motivation and inspiration behind what you do. So even though there's times where you scratch your head and people, will make whatever statements subtle or blatant. Pause, take inventory of who you are, whose you are, what you've done, what you're doing, and what you've yet to do. And just feed off of that positive. And, and you've heard this before, filter out the noise. Some things you don't really need to entertain. Just go ahead, do what you need to do it at a high level, and then after it's said and done, go ahead and figure out what those next steps are. So that's a quote that I like pulling from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon. Yes, you can order it online, but I definitely encourage you to go to your independent bookstores and get a copy. And if your favorite store isn't carrying it, ask that they do. Okay, a couple of quick announcements. This coming weekend is the third edition of the Carolinas International Book Fair that's taking place in Greenville, South Carolina. For those of you that are in the upstate, so Greenville, Spartanburg, Greer, any of those areas, Malden, make sure to come out this weekend. Great event. I'll see you out there. May 9th at Maraca's Bar in Metro Atlanta. Make sure to carve out time. I'll do an author's talk there. Shouts to Antoine Dwayne Jones, who's serving as the moderator. Make sure to check out his publication, Majority Greek, as he's the editor and publisher. So we've got 2 events coming up in the next 3 weeks. You want to make sure to check them out. Bring your favorite reader along with you. Meet, greet, connect, all those types of things. Let's see. Those are some of the main moving parts that are happening on the author end. And just a couple of quick notes. Obviously, thank you to every reader, book club, bookstore, book festival, special event, the larger community for your support. I definitely appreciate it and appreciate you. And it's always a pleasure to meet, greet, and network with and help each other go and grow. For my fellow authors out there, keep doing your thing. We have stories to tell. Let's keep telling them and keep reaching people in as authentic and accessible a way as possible. So as we get ready to wind down, of course, we do this pretty much every Wednesday. Every once in a while, we'll take a little bit of a breather. So make sure, to stay tuned, all that type of thing. And as I always like to close out, I flip the order around sometimes, but the intention is there. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious, keep it moving. All of you take very good care. Look forward to seeing you real soon.